So I did that. And I remember I think it was in May of 2004, there was talk about maybe I didn't need their help anymore. I was getting so much better because I just kept focusing on, what I could do. I never thought about not doing it. And my the social worker came in one day and she said, "What do you think about the possibility that you don't live here anymore?" And it scared the living daylights out of me. I said, "Well, what do I do? I mean, I can't work. Nobody's going to hire me. And I'd have to go. I'm in Michigan. I'm going to practice law. I got to move back to California. And all my money is gone. There's the medical bills and everything else. I've taken all that. So, what am I going to do?" And a lady came in one day, this black lady, and she looked at me, and she looked at me like, "Do you know who I am?" "No, ma'am, I don't." She says, "I can't believe it. You're the same person that I met, last year." And I went, "What?" She said, "I'm with the state of Michigan, and I'm in here one of my cases that I handle for the state because, you're awarded the state, and I cannot believe the improvement you've made." And I'm like, she says, "What have you been doing?" I said, "Well, just staying alive, having a good time, doing good stuff." And then I was, I said, my day typically now, I get up in the morning at 5 or 5:30, whenever they get us up. I get dressed and make my way down to the activity department. We had 2 dogs down there. And I would make sure the dogs had their food and water, and I'd sweep up the floors, and if there were dishes left over from the day before, I'd do the dishes, and make coffee for when the girls came in for the activity department, and had that all waiting for them or whatever, and all cleaned up. And, we just had a chat, whatever, and then my sister brought me some art stuff because I used to paint and draw and whatever, and she brought some of that in, so I'd sit there and we'd discuss the world and politics or whatever else, and I would draw my little pictures and stuff. And I made some really good friends doing that. I remember one night, there was a lady down the hall from me who was dying, and she had 2 sons there, and they were probably in their 60s at least. I think she was probably in her late 80s. And they were crying in the hallway, and it was probably about 11:30 at night or whatever, and I walked down there, and they were all upset. I said, "She's going to go." I said, "Well, it's her time, and she was a good mom. She raised you 2 guys. You guys who seem like real nice men. I'm sure she's real proud of you." I said, "You need to, celebrate the fact that you had this really nice lady in your life, and don't feel sorry for yourself. Don't feel sorry for her. It's just the way the cycle goes." And I gave them both a big hug and whatever. And then one guy says, "Well, how long have you worked here?" And I said, "I don't work here, I live here." And he was like shocked. Well, shortly after that, on June 11, 2004, I was released from the nursing home. My sister found me an apartment in a 3-story walk-up. Thank you, dear. No elevator. So I had to walk up and down the stairs. I moved. My sisters helped me move, my nephew and whatever. Got what few little things I had left, and got a little apartment together. And I'm back in my life. I met my wife 5 days later online. I was just talking, and I was researching because I was writing now. I wanted to write, and I was writing stories, and this one story had something to do with about how horrible the economy was and whatever. And I was looking at the chat room and seeing what people were complaining about, and I was going to try to get some dialogue out of that for this book I was writing. Well, she happened, I guess, to be in there and emailed me, and we met and talked back and forth, and she seemed really nice. And, turns out she is really nice.